the list came out and I saw my name. It was unbelievable. Bro, Nigerian shirt is, the pressure is too much. So, I would say to you, the pressure is too much. I was supposed to sign, and then I don't know what happened again, and I need to be back in Nigeria. Alfonso Davis, this guy playing Bayern Munich.
Mm.
I normally like to see his game whenever he's playing.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching or listening to us from. This is the home of Nigeria Football Podcast. As always, I'm your host, IoT, and I have with me a special guest, a player for the Super Eagles of Nigeria and Boavista FC in Portugal, a left back. I'm talking about Bruno Onyemaechi. Bruno, thank you for joining me. Welcome.
Thank you for the time and thank you for the interview. Looking forward to the questions.
Yeah. So yes, just before we get into any football questions or anything like that, I want to just ask you, how are you? How is the family? Life, health is the most important thing. So I hope you're doing good.
Yeah, thank God for everything. Thank God for everything. Now the season is over. Everyone is in the house with the family. So
Mm,
yeah, it's been quite good, and I give God the glory.
mm. Okay. You said now the season is over. So let me ask you, where do you typically go on your holiday? Some people like to go to America, some people go to Greece, some people just stay in Nigeria. Where do you spend your holiday after the season?
Uh, Normally, when the season finish, I normally take maybe 1 week or 2 weeks to go to Spain, especially maybe Marbella or Ibiza.
Ah,
Like
okay.
the last time this season finished, I think I went to Faro in Portugal before I went to
Nice.
Before I come back to Nigeria. Yeah, I normally take out 1 week or 2 weeks to go to these kind of places before going to Nigeria.
Go and enjoy the warm weather and just relax a
Yeah,
little bit. So
yeah,
I completely understand. Okay, let's get into your story now. I want to ask
yeah,
you now about your background. Growing up
yeah.
in Nigeria, can you tell us where did you grow up? What was family life like, and how did you even start playing football?
Very long story.
As I mean,
Okay,
as concise as you can give us.
okay. Uh, I started play football when I'm very very young. When
Mm,
I'm in probably JS1, maybe let me call it secondary.
mm,
When I was secondary, so I started to play in here in Owerri, this place called OG.
mm,
Started to play with my friends, my schoolmates, and from there I start to move to Anambra. I have one academy there in Anambra when I got this invitation from, I forget the name of this, Etel or something like this. Or
mm,
Tiki Taka, I don't know what is the name of this. They come to our school and they give this kind of flyers, to players to go to Enugu to showcase their talents. So from where I go to Enugu to showcase my talent because my classmate was saying to me, I need to go to Enugu to perform in this kind of program. So I accepted and then I go to Enugu. When I arrived
mm,
in Enugu, I didn't play much because I came alone. So when you come alone, you don't get much opportunity than the guys that have the ready team. So
mm,
I'm there playing. I think I played maybe 30 minutes. One coach from Anambra, he was there and he saw me. He said, "Look, I need to join his team. I need to join his team." So I said, "Okay," because his team already have a slot in the program. So
mm.
then I joined the team, and then from there they picked me and some of his players too. And
Mm.
then they say we need to go to what the name of this state? I don't know. I forgot, but I don't remember. It went to
Yeah.
another state, but it's in Nigeria here, where the program is like the white guys arrive and
Mm.
everyone is there, and the guys already picked. So from there, the white guys said they like me. They're gonna take me to Sweden. I think this is where the program is. It's Kitaka. I forget the name. I think it's 2016. This kind of program.
Mm.
From there, at the end, the stuff didn't work out. Then I went back to Owerri.
Let me cut you off there. Sorry,
Okay,
because I just don't want you to go too far ahead. I want to ask you a question.
okay,
You said you
yeah,
started playing like maybe JS1, and
yeah,
then now you are traveling from another state, to the other to play football.
yeah,
How were your parents supportive of this? Because you know that some parents, what
yeah.
are you traveling for? Go to school, read your book. Were your parents supportive? Were they happy that you were traveling trying to play football?
Yeah, I would say mostly it's my mom, you know. My mom is
Mm,
the one that keep pushing, pushing, you know. When I don't have transport or when my boot is spoiled, she normally there to support in little way she can. Yeah, basically it's my mom that is most involved in my football career when I was young.
mm, mm.
Mm.
Okay. And let me ask you, do you have brothers? Do you have sisters? Is there anybody in your family that is an athlete? Did you guys all play sports growing up? What was that like?
Yeah, actually we are four in our family.
Mm,
Uh, the two that say that I'm older than they play football too.
mm.
Yeah, they play football too. So I'm actually looking forward to bring them in Europe when everything is settled, you know. And I have one sister too that is the last one.
Is she also an athlete? Maybe I mean Super Falcons. We can.
No, no, I don't think she want to play football too. Nah. But
Mm,
she stay in school. I think she's very young
mm.
now. So I
Oh,
don't think
okay.
she's looking forward to that.
Okay. And growing up in Nigeria, I mean, we know how much Nigerians love football. We are all watching
Yeah.
football in Nigeria. So, what team, did you support as a young boy in Nigeria?
Basically my local team, Atlant.
Mm. Okay.
Atlant. Yeah. When I was growing up, I normally go to the stadium to see the games
Mm.
and try to when they open the trials, you know, try to see if I can go there and maybe they pick me to start to play for the Heartland. But it's difficult at this time because the money say yeah, you are too young for the national for the Nigerian league, you know. So
Mm.
sometimes I give up on this kind of opportunities. So
Mm. Mm. Well said. Okay. And you know what I'm happy about? You are the first person
yeah.
that I'm asking that what team did you support? And you mentioned the Nigerian team. Most times when you ask people, they'll say, Man U, Arsenal, Barcelona. But you say you supported Heartland. So I like that,
Yeah,
Yeah.
first Heartland was when I was knowing something football is Heartland. And
Mm.
then in the Europe side is Manchester United. So
Okay. And who were some of the players, that you looked up to? Maybe you were trying to play like them, you just like watching their videos. Who are those players?
they have quite a few. I think right now, I think Alfonso Davis, this guy playing Bayern Munich.
Mm,
I normally like to see his game whenever he's playing, whether he's in Canada or Bayern Munich. I normally like to see his game and see how he moves the ball and how he because he's quite fast too. So I normally like this kind of players. And the second one is Mendy, the guy from Real Madrid. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I like this
Mm,
player too. So this is my best left back that I like to enjoy watching.
amazing. Nice, nice. Okay, let's now move forward a little bit. You were talking about how you went to Sweden, it didn't work out. But if correct me if I'm wrong, around 2016, 2017, you were in the Nigeria under 17 setup. Um,
Yeah,
you know,
I went to the trial. Yeah,
Yes. And while I was preparing for this our conversation and I was trying to find information about you, I saw an interesting story that Manu Gaba once
yeah,
said about you. How he said, "Oh, that you were his captain. He loved you so much at that under 17 level." But the interesting part of it is that you used to play as a forward behind the striker at
yeah.
under 17. So how did you now start moving back on the pitch? How did that happen?
Yeah, when I arrived it started when I arrived to Portugal. You know, when I arrived to
Mm.
Portugal, I started to play as a defensive midfielder. I started to play as defensive, and then my team changed the coach. New coach arrived. He said, "Oh, you need to put me in the three central back." I play like the left central back. I said, okay, the coach gonna do what the coach wants. So this is football now. Whatever the coach said, we're gonna do. We do it. So I'm in Ferenc. Yeah, when I was in Ferenc, I played as central back and defensive midfielder too. So when I arrived in Boavista, the coach choose to put me in the left back. So I decided to play in the left back too. So
So of all these positions that you've played now and that you can play, which one would you say is your favorite? If now you be coach, where will you put yourself?
you gotta be, this one is difficult. This one is difficult. Probably I would say left back now. I would say left back
Because now
because
you're comfortable
uh,
at that position.
yeah, comfortable now in the left back. So
Mm, okay. And just one more question that I want to ask you, or two questions about the under 17. So one,
yeah,
some of the other players that were in the under 17 around your same time, Tolu Arokodare, Adebayo Adeleye,
mm,
Igor Ogbu, who is in Slavia Prague. Looking at the way you have advanced now since that time, Arokodare has advanced in his career, Adeleye has advanced, Igor Ogbu has advanced. What can you say about the youth system, because it's something that always brings up a lot of arguments in Nigeria. Some people say, oh, it helps, it promotes players. Some people say it doesn't really help, they don't do it well. In your own opinion, what can you say about playing under 17 and being part of that system in Nigeria?
I would say when I left to the under 17, I really get more experience. I really get more experience when I left to under 17 because I was playing in Lagos before I go to the under 17. When I arrived there, the football is totally different.
Mhm.
The guys there, they wanted it, and everyone is trying to motivate each other to. And luckily we have a good coach then. We have a good coach. The Managaba was the guy pushing us, and it's the anyone that don't perform very well, you speak with you directly. So yeah, I really enjoy my time in under 17, and I would say if you can bring good people and good set of guys that know what they're doing under 17, I said Nigerian football is gonna be really, really top because that is where the beginning started.
Okay, let me ask you a question now about the final question about the under 17.
Yeah,
We had just won back to back under 17 World Cup. 2013 we
yeah,
won. 2015 we won. And then in your time, unfortunately, you guys were not able to
yeah,
qualify. It was controversial, the whole how Niger beat us, it was controversial. But at that time, the way Nigerians, even if it's under five,
yeah.
Nigerians go vex if you know win. So at
We go
that
drag
time,
you.
did you feel like maybe maybe your chance now to get the exposure at World Cup has gone, or something? Did you feel like you might have lost the opportunity because you didn't qualify?
Yeah, actually, at that time, everyone was down. Not only me, everyone, each and every one of us was really down. But hopefully, I thank God, everyone is now some of my teammates. Everyone is settled, and everyone is in Europe playing football as they dream of when we were under 17. So I said, all glory to God. Everyone is
Mm,
happy now.
okay. Let me now take you back to that story that you were telling us. From being in Nigeria, how did your journey to Europe begin? How did that opportunity come about?
Yeah, he actually started from Uyo. I actually started from Uyo. I went to Uyo to make football program. I think is I forgot the name. I think it was like trial. The white guys arrived to see the players to pick them and go to Portugal and start to make trials there. Yeah, I went to Uyo, and then my current agent now, he was the guy that's in Uyo, and he
Mm,
saw me. Say I'm really good. I'm really good. I would like to take me to Portugal to start to play in Portugal. So I said okay. Everyone wants to go to Europe, of course. Yeah. So and then unfortunately, when he was processing my time to go to Portugal, another opportunity arrived for me to go to Belgium. For me to go to Belgium, and then I go to Belgium. I go to Anderlecht to make trial. and that time my football is not up to there, you know.
Mm.
Um, and the weather and everything was like it's difficult for me to play, and I didn't make it. Then I come back to Nigeria, and this same agent called me that I should come to Portugal. Then make my visa and everything, and then I went to Portugal. I started in Florence under 23. This is
Yeah.
where I started, and then from Florence under 23, I went loan to Villarreal. I have a club that called Villarreal in Portugal. I think it
Mm.
was third division, and then I played in third division, and I made really, really good season there. And then when I came back to Florence, I played in the main team,
Mm.
and from main team, then Boavista arrived. I went to
Mm.
Boavista, so that's it.
Amazing. Let me ask you a question just to clarify. I saw online that they said you were a player for Lillestrøm Youth. Did that happen? Were you ever in Lillestrøm?
Yeah, I went to Livingston too. I went to Norway. This one is
Mm.
from Ata. You know this guy, this agent from Ata.
Yeah,
Ata.
yeah.
Yeah, he was the one that took me to Norway. Yeah, and I went to Norway. I supposed to sign, and then I don't know what happened again. And I need to be back in Nigeria.
Wow.
Was too much up and down. And then before the Portugal agent arrived, and then I went to Portugal. Yeah.
Mm. Amazing. Amazing. Okay. So how would you describe the Portuguese league? I mean, you've been there now from the under 23 stage since I think 2020. So how
Yeah.
would you describe it to us? Because it's not, Nigeria, they watch England, they watch France, Spain,
Yeah.
Germany. Not too many people watch Portugal. So how would you describe that league?
I actually say that the league is much physical.
Mm.
It's much physical, not so much technique like in Spain or maybe in England, you know. So
Mm.
yeah, the league is actually tough, but when everyone is seeing it, it look like there is nothing there. But when you arrive, you know that the guys there they are really good, and they're really strong too.
Mm. And how easy did you find it, settling down, new culture, new language, new weather, new food? How easy was it for you to actually settle down in Portugal?
Actually, when I arrived in Portugal, I think it was a little bit easy, you know. The
Hmm.
in Ferenc then have a lot of Nigerian players in the same team in Ferenc. I think we
Hmm.
almost 10 or maybe 11 speak the same language and go to train at the same time, and we are in the same team, you know. It's like we are in Nigeria, so basically. But
Hmm.
the difference is only the food and the language, you know, and the weather too. So for me, I think it's quite easy for me to adapt in Portugal easily. Likewise in Belgium or Norway.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, that's good to hear, and of course, whenever you have Nigerians in your community around you, even if
Yeah,
you are in Australia or China, anywhere, if they're Nigerians, you will
yeah,
feel as if you're at home,
yeah.
it will be
Of
comfortable for you.
course.
So that's a great thing. Okay, so let me ask you about this last season. Now obviously you're a
Yeah,
player for Boavista, quite settled in the Portuguese league. You guys had, a tough season, narrowly
yeah,
avoided relegation by goal difference.
yeah,
So how is it like when you're playing, a season like that, and you are fighting for your life? Every game is so important because you
yeah.
you are fighting for life. How does it feel to be a player in that situation? And then when you
Uh,
now survive, how is that after?
I will start. Let me start when we survive. When we survive is like they take all the pressures and all, like we are reborn, you know, like
Mm.
when the ref blew the final whistle, bro. Everyone fall on the floor. Some guys are crying, and the supporters, like, it was really good feeling. I think I have good bomb in my body. Like, it is my first time being in this position. I never experienced it before, and it was really amazing, and was tough too. Yeah, but the season, I would say the season was difficult season, as you said, and it's not easy going going to in the win going throughout the season without bringing new players because the club wasn't bound to bring new players, you know. So basically, we play with every players beginning of the season. We didn't bring any addition, and some guys went injury and no replacement. So yeah, but it is what it is, and thank God we make it. So let's see how next is gonna be.
Amazing, amazing. Thank God you made it. I was very happy for
Yeah,
you when I saw that, and especially because there's another Nigerian player, another Super Eagles player on your team as well. I'm talking about Chidozie Awaziem. You guys play in that your defensive line together. How would you
yeah.
describe your relationship with him? Do you guys spend a lot of time together off the field? What's it like playing with him?
Actually, it's easy, when you're speaking with the same language with someone on your side, it doesn't need to see your brain speaking different language. This one is quick, is Igbo, and I'm Igbo too. When I speak the same language, you understand, and yeah, it's really good. It's really good, and I would say he's a really good professional. After the game and after the training session, he call me, and whenever I'm not in my top, he call me and say this, that. Is what I don't do well in the training, or this game didn't go well. I need to try to improve, and sometimes he's try to say to me what the coaches are saying because he understand more Portuguese than me. So yeah, I said it's really helped me, and I'm really thankful for that. And sometimes I went to his house and we stay with eat because his wife is Nigerian, so she cook. So and I eat, of course, with my girlfriend. Yeah, it's really good and to having the same team.
Amazing, amazing. And shout out to Chidozie Awaziem. It's always nice to hear about when the older players, are helping the younger ones to settle, to get,
Yeah,
better and to grow. And that's another thing that is just special about when you have Nigerians around you,
yeah,
because
yeah, of course.
it's not just everybody from any country that can really help you like that. Okay, that's pretty much I think what I wanted to ask you about club football so far. Of course, we'll be looking
Yeah,
forward to the next season to seeing what happens. Okay, let me move on now and ask you a little bit about the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I mean, Super Eagles is the biggest brand in Nigerian football. Is the one
yeah,
that everybody watches, even if they are not a football fan. Normally, when Super Eagles are playing, they watch the match. You were initially called up for the first time in November 2022.
yeah.
By Coach Jose Peseiro. So, can you tell us how did you find out that first call up? Like, how did you find out that they had called you? Who was the first person? They don't call me for Super Eagles. So, how was that for you?
Yeah, at first I was like hearing the rumors, I was here like
Mm,
hearing the rumors because it's the same Portugal, in the same country. My
mm,
club said to me that the coach called them asking about me. So I said, okay, maybe it's good feeling. And
mm,
then they received the provisional list. I think was 20, I think was 30 or 35 players
mm,
then in the first week, and then my club sent it to me that I'm in the provisional list, and then I need to wait to see if I will make the final list. And then I think it was after before our last game, in the week, the list came out, and I saw my name. It was unbelievable, man. It was unbelievable. Imagine you have a game tomorrow and the list came out today, and I saw my name in the list, bro. Eish. First of all, I called my family, and everyone was like, some of my brother and my sister, my mom, like, some of them like almost crying, like emotional, like unbelievable. We have started, like, no one thought about Super Eagles, like I'm gonna
mm.
play, and my name will be in the Super Eagles shirt, or in the Super Eagles team. Yeah, I said it was really good. It was good feeling, and hopefully that motivate me too to play the next game. And thank God we won the game, and then I went to Lisbon to join the team.
Amazing, amazing. And you went to Lisbon to join the team, but unfortunately, you didn't get to play in that
Yeah.
in that window. So let me now ask you. You are so excited, you got called up, then you go and then you don't play at all. Does that maybe reduce the happiness a little bit because you did not play? How is that feeling?
So I would say maybe a little bit because every player want to play, you know. I was my
Mm.
first call up, but I wanted to play, like play 90 minutes, you know, like,
Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, I said, yeah, it reduced me a little bit, but of course I need to take the positive. And then being
Mm,
the call up in the Super Eagles, that's what motivated me more. And then
mm,
I put in my stories. I think I said my time will arrive, you know. Said
mm,
after the game. Um, hopefully everything is going well. I went to AFCON, so I thank God
mm.
for that.
We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, let me ask you. You now eventually made your Super Eagles debut, in
Yeah,
September of 2023 against Sao Tome and Principe. 6-0 win. I think,
yeah.
making your debut as a defender, you keep a clean sheet, big win, fantastic game. How did you feel when you eventually wore that shirt and you played for the Super Eagles?
Bro, Nigerian shirt is the pressure is too much. So I would say to you, the pressure is too much. When you put on the shirt, the pressure, you need
Mm,
to win. You
mm,
need to win. Even if you are playing England, even if you are playing the biggest team in the world, you need to win. This is how some of my teammates in Portugal, they always say to me the same. Nigeria is bigger than Portugal, you know. The pressure Nigeria have is bigger than Portugal. So
mm,
this is what it feel like. Yeah, and I think the pressure got me. I think when the game started in 15 or 20 minutes, I was a little bit shaky. Yeah, I was a
mm,
little bit shaky, but at the end, some of my teammates noticed, especially Ndidi noticed, and then he called me and said to me to be more relaxed. That is normal, you know. So yeah,
mm.
so I think yeah, it was really huge. It was really huge.
Mm, mm. Amazing, amazing. I mean, I understand the pressure because Nigerian fans, we know how everybody is, man. Any small thing like this, they will come for you. So you have to do everything well. And like you said, sometimes when you want to be so careful, that you're trying to get everything right. That's even when you can
Yeah,
even make mistake more,
more
and
yeah,
look,
more mistake. Yeah,
out of place. But I'm also happy to hear that Ndidi was able to call you and say, hey, be relaxed,
yeah,
and at least you're part of the team now. So
yeah,
that's amazing. I mean, you ended up playing more games. You played in against Saudi Arabia, you played against
yeah,
Mozambique, played two World Cup qualifiers as well. Before, let's now fast forward to the AFCON. Of course, Nigeria, a team that every AFCON tournament we are expected to go and win. That's all the Nigerian fans are looking for. Go and win. But before
yeah.
we get into the tournament itself, how did you feel to get selected for the AFCON squad? Because I mean, we have quite a number of good players, a lot of good
Yeah.
players in our team. So how did you feel to be part of the players that were selected?
Yeah, it was really big pleasure to be
Mm,
part of the team, to be with these kind of players, good professionals, good brothers. Like we are one family. Like was really. I was like, I thank God for everything, being in part
mm,
of this AFCON that that we played. Yeah, I will say it was really nice, and I give glory to God for everything.
mm, mm. And let me ask you, you said your team, Boavista, you guys
Yeah,
unfortunately had a ban, so you are not able to sign any players to come and help. And then now
yeah,
you now have to leave, to go and play AFCON. Did
yeah.
did they try to like Bruno now just stay for us, still like that? Or were they very happy, like okay, and you went, how was that? Was it easy for you to just leave?
Basically, it's not only me. The
Mm,
club also they understand, and they need to
mm,
accept. This is like this is like the biggest tournament in Africa. They, they need
mm,
to love the players. So no, nothing anyone can do, not even me or the club. So if they call your
mm,
country call, you must go, and yeah. But
mm.
I actually felt sorry for them because no players and the players they have or living, and yeah. But yeah, that's why I said to you, the season was really tough because of most of this. and at the end, give all the glory, we will survive it. So yeah.
Mm. All right. And okay, let's get into the tournament. Of course, you're part of the squad for the team. Everybody's excited, looking forward to it. The Super Eagles, go on a good run. We unfortunately lost in that final, tough
Yeah.
one. Even though it's second place, our Nigerians, before the tournament, all of them say, these Super Eagles, they cannot do anything. They cannot, some people even said they will not pass group stage. Now, you go to final. Okay, we now lost the final. Those same people will say, if you pass group stage, can't they vex, say, why we why we final? But okay, how did it feel to be a part of the team? Unfortunately, we're not able to win, but finishing second, getting the medal, getting recognition from the government, MO. Now you're Bruno Onyemaechi, MON. How was that whole feeling?
Yeah, was good. Was really nice to be. I really say to you to be a part of this squad. To go to
Mm,
Abidjan and perform very well with everyone. You have try to help the team in any way they can. To support, and when everyone is like, you can do it, you can do it. And thanks for the NFF president who was there always in the dinner or in the lunch to
mm,
encourage the boys and try to push us to to be better. And shout out to Musa too, because there was the one that Onomero, the one that saying to us the way we're gonna be if we won it, and the feeling and everything. So
mm,
yeah, yeah, it was really nice. And it's like we didn't win it, but at the end we are also proud because we played against the host, and it was really difficult in the final to play against this kind of
yeah.
crowd, and they're making a lot of noise, like, and the referee sometimes is shaky and makes some mistakes. So
Mm,
yeah, it is what it is, and we came out a second, but it's also good.
mm. Mm. Okay. Let me ask you now. This one maybe not so exciting, but you were at that tournament, but unfortunately you didn't get to play.
Yeah.
I will tell you this. Me personally, I was one of the people that was, advocating for you at some point. Because I like you as a defender. I will say that I like the fact that you can attack, you can defend. But for whatever reason, you didn't get a minute in that tournament. Were you injured? Was there something wrong, or was it just the coach's decision?
Yeah, I think it's the coach's decision. It was the coach's decision. And I would say, I think when we went to Saudi Arabia to the preseason and of the pre-tournament, I think
Mm,
everything was going well. The coach was happy and everyone was happy with my performance. And then we arrived to Abidjan, and I was like expecting to play. I was expecting to play.
mm,
It's not even like I was expecting to play. So, and unfortunately, it didn't happen. Some of the senior players also encouraged me, and I said to me, I need to be calm and
mm,
try to support the team. And so yeah, and the coach also speak with me. So I accept it, and then I move on, and then always I'm there to support the team in any way I can help. and
mm,
and yeah, was great experience. And I thank God the team performed very well. The guy that they call up to play, and they really give out their 100%. And then, and yeah, was good.
mm. Okay, well said. And the final question that I want to ask you. So about the coach Jose Peseiro. I mean, now he's no longer the coach of Nigeria. But
Yeah,
a lot of fans, and people, even people in the media, journalists, had mixed feelings about him. Some people said they don't like him because why is Super Eagles defending? Some people said, how can Super Eagles be playing five at the back? Some people said, I said, what I like the most is I like winning. So if
yeah,
we come second, I'm happy because at least it's better than if we should come out for group stage.
yeah.
But let me ask you from a player's point of view, what was it like playing under Jose Peseiro? Did you enjoy playing under him?
Yeah, he's actually good tactician. You,
Mm,
you know what the game needs. You know what the game needs. Like like when we are in Saudi Arabia playing some friendly games, we are playing four at the back, and then we arrive to Abidjan. No one expected to play. three at the back or five at the back. So I think he really know what the competition need at the moment, and he tried to switch the system, and that's what take us really far in the tournament. And yeah, he was good guy. And when I don't play, one of my teammates didn't play, he will call you and speak with you why the reason why you didn't play, and we need to keep training, and when the opportunity comes, you need to grab it, Yeah, I think he's also push the players to be more focused and to train, and because the competition is like before you can open your eyes and close your eyes, you're already out of the tournament. So he was trying to put the players more focused and in their toes, and to keep moving. Yeah. All that, I think he's really good, and unfortunately he didn't continue with the Super Eagles. But yeah, I wish him luck everywhere, anyway.
All right. Well said. Well said. Okay, let's move on now. I'll ask you one or two more questions about Super Eagles, but before we get there, I want us to play our first game. Or maybe we'll play a
Okay.
couple games and we'll go back to questions. So the first game here is, how many can you name in 30 seconds? So this is what's going to happen. I'm going to name a topic for you. I'm going to
Okay.
name a topic. I'll give you 30 seconds, and you just name as many things that fall under that topic as you can in 30 seconds. Let's see how many. Okay?
Okay.
Okay. The first one. How many Portuguese clubs can you name in 30 seconds? Are you ready?
In 30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Yes.
Okay. Let's go.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go.
Boavista, Porto, Braga, Benfica, Sporting Lisbon, Vizela, Feirense, Marítimo, Tondela, Farense, Belenenses, Farense,
5, 4.
more five? Hey!
Time up.
Ah, I,
Time up. But you
I don't know
you
if,
got 12. You got 12. So
yeah.
12 is not bad. 12 is not bad in 30 seconds. Okay. Next one. How many Nigerian clubs this time? How many Nigerian clubs can you name in 30 seconds? Are you ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go.
Heartland, Shooting Stars, Remo Stars, Kano Pillars, Enugu Rangers, Bayelsa United,
Mhm.
Enyimba,
Yeah.
Kano Pillars, Kano Pillars,
5 seconds left.
Kano Pillars. Again.
Time up.
Remo Stars, huh? Ah.
Time up. That one you did 9 Nigerian clubs. Okay. I have another one for you. Another one. How many Super Eagles players? How many Super Eagles players? These are your teammates. So how many Super
Yeah,
Eagles players can you name in 30 seconds? Are you ready?
yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
Bruno Onyemaechi, Victor Sime, Moses Simon, Ekong, Awaziem,
Yeah.
Peseiro, Onyedika, Boniface, Paul Onwaju, Onyeka,
Mm.
I forget this guy, Mwavale,
Yeah.
Bright, Lukman,
Yeah.
Alex,
Yeah.
Bassi,
Yeah. Okay.
uh,
Time up. That one you got 15. Okay.
uh,
Good job on that one. Okay. So yes, that's the end of that game. So 12 Portuguese teams, 9 Nigerian teams, and 15 Super Eagles players. Okay. Let's play another game.
okay,
This game is Quickfire. So
okay,
I'm going to just ask you a question, and you just give me the first answer that comes into your mind. Just Quickfire. Ready?
okay, okay.
Okay. Who is your favorite Nigerian player of all time?
Okocha,
JJ. Okay. Who is your favorite coach of all time? Your favorite coach?
in Nigeria,
No, anywhere.
Okay, anyway, Pep Guardiola.
Pep, okay. What is your favorite food to eat before a match?
Pasta with chicken.
Pasta. What?
Yeah.
All footballers is only pasta. um, who is your favorite superhero?
Ah, Spider-Man?
Spider-Man. Okay. Um, if you could have any superpower, what superpower do you want?
Invisible.
Invisibility. Okay.
Yeah.
Um, before a game, what do you have any routine? Any superstition before a match?
Yeah, I normally play in the morning when I wake up, and then when I'm going to the game, I play a lot of songs before I head to the
Okay.
stadium.
Okay. What kind of music do you listen to before a game?
First of all, I start with Christian music,
Mm.
and then when the hype is getting tougher, then I go to Afrobeats.
Okay. Okay. Jollof rice or fried rice?
Jollof rice,
Jollof. Okay. Rice or swallow?
swallow,
Swallow. Lagos or Abuja?
Lagos,
Mm. Casual clothes or traditional clothes?
casual clothes, and I don't think I operation.
Okay. Track suits or formal
Yeah,
suits?
tracksuit,
Track suits. Shoes or wristwatches?
shoes,
Mm. Nike or Adidas?
Nike.
Mm. Champions League or AFCON?
Hey, Afcon.
AFCON. Okay. That is it for quickfire. Okay. Well done on that one. Okay. I think I have one more game for you, but before we get into that game, let me come back to some football questions. Okay.
Yeah,
So we're talking about the Super Eagles. And I mean, we've
yeah,
spoken about the AFCON, we've spoken about the former coach. Now we are currently in the middle of qualification for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
yeah.
Between you and I and everybody that's going to watch this video, so far things never to the level for us. It's not going according to plan. Um,
Yeah.
as a player, somebody that is part of the team, how do you stay encouraged? How do you stay, motivated? How do you continue to believe after 4 matches and the current situation that we are in? How do you stay motivated that we can still qualify?
First of all, when I look at the players we have, when I look at the qualities individually, um, yeah, I'm always saying that we're gonna qualify to the World Cup. So
Mm,
this is my main. Whenever I ask me, I say we qualify, even if after the 4 games, because I know the players we have will deliver the job. So
mm,
yeah, unfortunately, I don't know what happened with our current coach, Philippe, but I don't know. But I wish he continued. I wish he continued. So yeah, but now we need to focus on the new games, and then try to pick up much points as possible. Yeah.
mm, And I'm going to ask you a question about what you said, because you just said you wish Finidi George continued. And I'm surprised to hear you say that, honestly. And the reason I say I'm surprised is because he did not call you for the
Hmm.
2 games that we just played.
Hmm.
So is it why, how come, is it that you like him? Why did you want him to stay even though he didn't call you?
Yeah, actually, I'm in the squad. Actually, I'm in the squad, but
Oh,
I
okay.
pull out. I pull out because of I have knee injury in our last game. Yeah, I called the team doctor and the secretary to explain my situation. Then I
Mm,
actually said to them, if they need me, I will come to you. Well, they will assess it. They will assess it by themselves, and then to see if I can play or not. But
mm,
unfortunately, the team doctor said to me to it's better for me to stay and try to recover for the new season. Yeah, that's why I didn't make it to the previous 2 games that we played. But yeah, but
okay.
I was actually in the squad.
Okay. Thank you for clearing that up, because I was, even myself, I was wondering, why was Bruno not in that team, but I hope your knee is better now, after having some time to relax in the off season.
Yeah. I tried to play
Mm.
football too today, so I thank
Oh,
God
okay.
everything went well.
Okay. Good to hear. Okay, let's go back to a game. Let's go back to a game. This game is called Do You Remember? So I'm going to mention a moment, something that must have or may have happened in your life. And if you remember
Yeah.
that moment, I just want you to tell us a little bit about it. You know? Okay.
Okay.
Do you remember the first football that you ever had? The first ball that you ever had?
Think was khaki. This football they call khaki.
Mm,
It's like it doesn't have air. When you make it like this, it stay rumpled,
mm.
and it's when you hit it hard, it hurts on the feet. I think the name is khaki. I don't know. I forget the
Mm,
name.
mm. Do you remember your first pair of boots, the first boots that you ever had?
I remember. I think it was Puma. This Puma that is like my dad bought it for me. He said I will use it when I'm 30. It can never spoil. Yeah, it was Puma.
How many
Mm.
how many years did you use that boot for before you changed?
No, this boot is too strong. It's too strong, man. When I changed it when I went to Anambra, I can't play with this kind of football boot. So yeah, I changed it.
Okay. Do you remember the first time that somebody watched you play football and they told you that you were special, that you can make it in football? Do you remember that first time?
I think it started from the secondary school. And actually, this guy, Chamaka, this goalkeeper, we went to the same
Now does
school
it?
and we play.
Oh,
Yeah, no,
okay.
and we played together in the school. At that time, he was the only girl that played with us. So
Wow.
yeah, I think it's my friends. It's my friends in back then in the school. They always said to me that I will make it in football. I need to continue, Even when I go out from the school, I need to continue to play. Yeah, it's my friends.
Amazing, amazing. That's good to hear. And I didn't even know that you people went to the same school. So that's an interesting one for sure. I'm sure your school is proud that they have Super Eagles defender, they have Super Falcons
Yeah,
goalkeeper. It must be a big deal for them. Okay.
yeah.
Um, do you remember the first goal that you ever scored, whether as a player in Nigeria or in Europe, your first goal that you scored?
Mm.
Maybe under 17, maybe tournaments, something like that.
Oh, I don't remember my first goal. No. I don't remember.
Mm.
Maybe the
Do you okay,
secondary
but
school back days.
okay, but do you remember your first goal in professional in Europe?
Yeah, I remember it was in Villarreal. In
Mm.
Villarreal. When this season, like we are also fighting for relegation, and then we won this game and then survived. Like, but it's not like the same with Boavista.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Do you remember the first award that you ever won? Whether as a 5-year-old, 4-year-old, the first award that they gave you, for playing football.
Was actually 10K.
10,000 naira.
Was that yeah, was actually 10K. Was actually 10K, and then was like the money was really huge, and it made a lot of
Mm,
difference for my family.
mm,
And then yeah, well, I think yeah, it was actually in school. We went for a tournament. I was one of the best players, and then they give us 10K. I mean, they give me 10K as best player, and then I arrived home. My mom and dad was like, "Whoa,
mm.
what a huge bonus!" And
That's But I mean, it must be. I mean, I guess as a young player, even though 10K was it to motivate you that if I can just make this 10K like this for playing, let me just keep on going.
yeah,
More and more can
yeah,
can come from there. Mm.
yeah,
Okay,
it was really good.
okay, amazing, amazing. Okay, let's go back to our questions. A few more questions and we'll wrap up this conversation. I want to
Okay.
ask you. So, how do looking at your career, looking at yourself, how do you plan? Do you set 5-year goal? Like, okay, in 5 years' time, I want to achieve, this, I want to be here? Or do you just, take it each season? How
Yeah.
do you plan for yourself and for your career?
Actually, I like to take it each season,
Mm,
Like this season is when it's over now, and then I'm looking forward to the bigger challenge, When the
mm,
opportunity arrives, I need to try to see if it's possible to take it. Yeah, I take it each season. So
mm,
yeah, and now I need to arrive to Boavista and then try to see what's the situation and everything
mm,
there. So
Okay. Let me say this, and I hope you answer, but if you don't want to, you don't have to. We've heard a lot of rumors about you. Even last season, we heard rumors.
yeah,
This club is interested. FC Porto, RC Lens, this one, that one. We've heard. So can you tell us, were those things true? Were you close to leaving? Or was it all just rumor as everything happens? Can you tell us a little bit?
I will say to you one that is more concrete, like it really happened. Like was when I was in AFCON. Was when I was in AFCON, I already left the camp. So for this was Nantes, and we left the camp,
Mm,
and then my agent called me back and then said to me, the Nantes they changed some things
mm,
in the contract offer they made to Boavista, and then Boavista didn't accept. Then need to I need to stay back because the national team players, everyone already said to me, congratulations, that I'm leaving and
oh
I'm
wow.
going to Nantes. So yeah, so
Mm.
yeah, that's what happened.
As a player,
Mm.
how does that feel? Thinking that you are going somewhere and all of a sudden it falls through. Is that painful, or is it just like, okay, now the life of footballer be this and you carry on? How is that?
Yeah, actually carry on because my agent, I spoke with my agent, tried to say to him to forget it. What's gonna happen
Mm,
will happen. So I said to him, now I'm focused in AFCON. That's
mm,
now I play. I thank God they transformed me. They close immediately, and then I try to be more focused in the team, and then forget about the transfer, and then hopefully, and thank God now the season is finished, and here we are.
mm.
So let's see what's gonna happen in the few months or in the few years. So
And
mm.
as a player, because we know football now, all of a sudden now, tomorrow we can hear this club wants to sign you. We are packed bag. Let's travel to this place. As a player, do you just always have in your house? Do you just always have one suitcase that is just packed? It's just ready. Say, okay, when they come, I just travel, because you can be in Portugal today now. Tomorrow you are in France. Next tomorrow you are in Germany. Somebody else is
Yeah.
calling you. How is that? Are you always just ready to go whenever they call you?
Normally, the small suitcase is there because whether if we are going to the new club, we need to make trials, and so we need to
Mm,
make trials. I need to put some clothes you need to wear when you're
mm.
in the hotel, and so yeah, the suitcase is always ready there, the small ones. So
Mm, All right, all right. Okay. Let's play one more game and then we'll wrap it up. So this game is Would You Rather. I'm going to give you two options and you just tell me which
yeah,
one you prefer. Okay, ready?
yeah. Mhm.
Goal or assist?
Go.
Okay. Clean sheet or man of the match?
Clean sheet.
Defender of the tournament, or you score the tournament winning goal?
Tournament winning day. Mm.
Okay. Would you rather be the best player for the worst team in the league, or the worst player for the best team in the league?
But hey, this all the stuff for basically the best player, bro.
Would you rather have a long career and they say you were an average player, or you have a short career and they
Yeah,
say that you were a great player?
he said the short one.
And be a great player. Mm, okay. Would you rather
Yeah.
rather have your own signature shoe? So the Nike can design special shoes that they are selling with
Yeah.
Bruno, the way Ronaldo has his own shoe or something like that, Or would you
Yeah.
rather have an award that is named after you?
I think I'll have a award and name after me.
Award. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you rather every game of the
Yeah.
season you start, but the coach
Yeah.
always sub you off? Every game you sub you off. Or you never start, but the coach always
Yeah.
brings you up.
I prefer to start. The coach take me out. Always take me out.
So let's say you're playing cup final now. Tough match like this.
Yeah.
Coach can't, oh yeah, Bruno, oh yeah, we coming up. we coming up. How would that feel? But
Yeah,
yeah.
it's difficult, but to start the game is really special too. So yeah, it's good to start games and you start the beginning and feel it. So it's good. I like to start games too.
Okay. Messi or Ronaldo?
Oh boy. Let me say something. Let me say something. When I was actually growing up, I was like Ronaldo. I was Ronaldo supporter, But when I start to know what football it is and how much he play, this guy is really good, But I'll actually stick with my Ronaldo.
Okay, you stick with Ronaldo. Okay. So that's it for Would You Rather.
Yeah,
That's our final game. Okay. And then I have two more questions to end it. The first one is, if there's a young boy, there's a young girl that is watching
yeah.
this video, they are looking up to you, they want to be like you, they want to play football, what's your advice to that person? What's your message to them?
First of all, everyone have everyone have different mentality and the way they think and the way they believe. First of all, when I started to play, I believe in myself and I know that I have the quality. And when the opportunity arrives, I can take it and also have to also have to be conscious of your performance. And whenever you didn't do well, you need to bring yourself down and try to analyze and see where you can improve. Yeah, I would say the most important thing is to improve, believe in yourself and and I always try to think from the positive side and not always in the negative. So, yeah, this is the advice I can say to them.
Amazing. And final question, what can we expect from Bruno Onyemaechi? What can people look forward to in the coming weeks, in the coming months, in the coming season? What can we expect?
What they can expect? Okay, let me say they can expect a player that is ready to give his all for the national team and also to give his all for his club and also try to help in try to help the young ones and the one that is growing up in any little way I can. So yeah, this is what I can say now.
Amazing. Well said. And that brings us to the end of our conversation today. It's been a pleasure talking to you. I've really enjoyed this one. Interesting stories. I've learned about you what I did not know before. I'm sure that some people that would watch this video would also learn, one or two new things about you. And of course, we are going to be watching you closely and looking forward to seeing what comes in the future. So yes, thank you to everyone that has tuned in. Also, we appreciate everyone that has talked through. As always, my name is IoT. This is the home of Nigerian Football Podcast, and my special guest for today was Bruno Onyemaechi. Bruno, can you please just say goodbye to the people?
All right. Good night to everyone that is watching. It was really pleasure to speak with Ayo. He's a really nice guy, and I'm looking forward to the bigger things ahead. So yeah, I really have fun in this kind of this interview, and I hope you watch and I hope you like it. Yeah.